Morning, everybody. Michelle is here, and it's Monday. I hope everyone had, a good weekend, good whatever. I know a lot is going on, and I'm not surprised by any of it. By the way, I'm not surprised by anything that's going on, especially weather related, because there's a lot of things going on with our infrastructure, and we've band-aided. We've done enough band-aid work for so many decades, and actually even more than that. So that's why I get so confused by all the rhetoric that we involve ourselves in, and it ends up hurting everybody in the long run and in the end, because we love to blame other people for this and blame other people for that, and saying this person is not doing a good job, this person is not doing, and like I said, with this traveling adventure exploration that I've done, which I'm extremely glad I did. I'm following a path, but I know for a fact that traveling is not necessarily anything I need to do per se on a kind of long-term basis. And what I mean by that, I don't need to go nowhere unless I need to go there specifically, and I've said that enough, so I don't need to keep saying that, because every city, in my opinion, looks the same. Every city that I've gone through looks the same. It has the same setup, the same structure, the same like cookie cutter designs. All right, so be it. So it is. Now, every city has their own little uniqueness and their own little factors that make them unique in such a way, but at the same time, it's still all the same. This is, all are the same cities. Now, in that regard, it means that we just have to kind of think a little differently about our expectations, from one city to the other. We're all the same. We're all in this together. So to keep pointing fingers at one state, to say California is having so many issues versus Texas, is illogical and foolish. Okay? It's obvious Texas has been neglectful in their infrastructure. Okay? Because, and all the terrorism tactics that are placed upon the citizens of Texas, in my opinion, to where they are just zombified and they don't know what to do. You can tell, because, they're getting it from the politicians, they're getting it from the so-called elites, they're getting it from this, they're getting it from that, and the law-abiding, everyday working hard citizens are caught in the middle, because, we have to make our livelihood. We have to go to work. We have to pay our bills. And so we have a lot of just idiot behavior, and it's going to continue to be so in politics. Where like I said, people are beaten in their consciousness to a point of being zombified. And to me, like I said, it's a form of consciousness terror. All right, and it's always the politicians, certain levels of politicians, that are doing it to people. Making them scared, making them worried about everything but the right things to be worried about. And a lot of these people that are carrying this country are law-abiding citizens. Usually women, okay, people of color, more specifically and especially. Just trying to pay our bills and be left the fuck alone. But no, every political season is always this terrorism on our consciousness about the state of the planet, the state of our world, the state of our country. And we have these evil, intended-minded individuals who usually hide in politics. They hide behind eliteness. They are usually maybe, have old money. Okay, they come from a family of decade of this, a decade of that. Whereas, they feel as though they deserve more of funds. They deserve more attention than the law-abiding, everyday citizens who put their lives on the line just to come in and be terrorized mentally, consciously about this and about that. And then they do everything in their power based on the time they have to see if they can discern these so-called leaders that come out of the woodworks, every 2, 4, 6, 8 years, and make all these promises, and then we're left in the same boat every time. I told you we only have one planet, okay? And so I'm not surprised by the weather events, unfortunately, because we're massively overpopulated with people in dense areas, with buildings, like I said, all material things that are just crumbling the infrastructure. So it is about safety. It's about being mindful and doing everything you can to be realistic. Be realistic, please. Okay, look around in your environment and understand what's going on. And usually, it's not necessarily the weather that's more, the weather is definitely concerning, and the weather is going to be a concerning factor for the rest of our lives. It's the behavior and actions of the human beings, riding out, in these environment, in these elements, and and acting aloof and appearing that nothing's going on and nothing's happening. That's the part that's troubling me. But that could be, like I said, all that intentionally being overwhelmed with all these responsibilities and all of these things that we have to take care of and be so concerned about. So I would consider downsizing. Do you need a 10-bedroom, 10-bath house? If you're in there by yourself, you can't share that with another family. Do you need this? Do you need that? And it's your choice. Everything's free will. But no one seems to care about the fact that it's free will until it starts affecting them. And when they become inconvenienced, oh no, not in my backyard. Oh no, take that somewhere else. People will, run up in community meetings and making all these demands and threatening and you could tell a lot of people are just consciously battered and illogical and unreasonable in their argument about the things that are concerning them. In most cases, they have no idea what's really going on. They just happen to jump out of a trance real quick, and because some particular politician will throw out theories and opinions that they haven't researched, and these people jump out of their trance and start defending this and defending that without knowing the facts and knowing where are these elements coming from and who's benefiting from all of this consciousness terrorism. Not the citizens, not ordinary righteous people like myself and others. So again, I'm not surprised by the weather. I respect Mother Nature, and I respect Mother Nature knows what to do to correct some of the errors that we've allowed to happen with the infrastructure. And all I can do is make myself safe, okay, not interfere. Okay, so I'm not surprised by anything happening. What I'm surprised by is just some of the actions and behaviors of people, just wanting to consider everything business as usual. It is not business as usual, not by a long shot. And I told you, the energy of your thoughts are going to put you where you need to be. And if people like myself and others who've worked on ourselves and made ourselves as more humane as possible, we're going to be where we want to be. Now, will that be an ideal situation? No. Will there not be stuff happening as a result? Absolutely, stuff is going to be happening. Stuff is going to be happening forever. As long as as long as planet Earth exists, and like I said, planet Earth is now in charge. All right, we've interfered enough. Okay, so now we're going to have to reap what we've sown. Okay, now is that a threat? No, that sounds neutral to me. Cause and effect sounds neutral to me. So I have no reason to be getting offended by it, and burying my head more so in the sand or in the waters, or in stone or whatever. People tend to want to bury their heads. So I'm running some errands real quick. Overcast skies and stuff, which, like I said, I expect. But like I said, I respect Mother Nature. I don't go out here and thinking I can conquer and control Mother Nature. Not at all. I respect planet Earth as well. And to be honest with you, I respect human beings too. And even the ones with evil intentions. Because you know why? Because there is cause and effect. So that's a neutral factor, which means, you're going to reap what you've sown. Cause and effect, positive and negative. It's all the same. Okay? The boomerang effect. The pendulum swinging. Okay? No more Band-Aids on our infrastructure. It's just not going to be sustainable. All it does is just give people these false sense of security. Okay, pay attention to your surroundings. Okay, consider moving into areas where you're in walking distance of the, because that's what I'm doing. I'm in a area where they told me don't go. Well, here I am. I'm going to stay in this area because this area has public transportation. I can walk to wherever I need to walk to if I need to. I don't have to drive as much. So that's what I'm doing. So, and it's working for me so far. Anyway, so I just want to go ahead and share that on Monday. It's a somber Monday, is it? It all is dependent on you, the individual. You make yourself happy inside. I am extremely happy inside. So I just do what I can to, navigate the circumstances. Okay, and just stay neutral and, take responsibility for my actions and behaviors. Okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and send peace and love, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, I'll be back.